All right, today we are diving into what might just be history's most dramatic exit interview. Seriously, this isn't just about someone quitting their job. We're talking about a secret escape, a high-speed chase, and a family showdown with literal life-or-death stakes.
I mean, just think about that question for a second. It's a nightmare scenario, right? Well, that is the exact spot a man named Jacob finds himself in. He's been working for his uncle, who is also his father-in-law, Laban, for 20 long years, and he has finally decided enough is enough. But just walking away? Yeah, that's going to be complicated.
So, after 2 decades, this whole arrangement has gone completely sour. What started as a family and business deal is now just toxic. It's all suspicion, resentment, and bad blood. The whole thing is a mess.
And you can see right here, there are 2 completely different stories being told. On one side, you have Jacob, who feels like he's been systematically ripped off. He says straight up, "Your father has deceived me." But then you look at Laban's sons, and they see Jacob as a con artist who got rich by stealing from their dad. Trust has totally left the building.
This is really at the heart of it for Jacob. 10 times. Can you imagine your boss changing your pay deal 10 times? And every single time it just happens to benefit them? Jacob feels totally played. This number is basically proof of Laban's dishonesty.
Now, what's really crucial here is that Jacob isn't making this decision alone. He goes to his wives, Rachel and Leah, who, remember, are Laban's own daughters, and they are 100% on his side. They feel like their own father basically sold them and then spent their inheritance. So their message to Jacob is crystal clear. We're with you. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so with the family on board, it's go time. But Jacob knows he can't just hand in his 2 weeks' notice. No, this has to be a full-blown covert operation, a massive escape, all done in secret.
So let's just break down this plan. Step 1, timing is everything. He waits until Laban is gone for a few days, shearing his sheep. Then comes the really hard part. He's got to gather up his entire family, load everyone and everything onto camels, and get all the livestock moving. And the most important part of all, do it without anyone noticing.
The plan sounds pretty solid, right? A clean getaway. Except, it wasn't quite so clean. Because unbeknownst to Jacob, someone decided to pack a little something extra. His wife, Rachel, stole her father's household idols. And that one move is about to turn this secret escape into a very dangerous confrontation.
And just like that, the whole vibe of the story shifts. The secret is out. And what happens next is this incredibly intense chase across the land. Laban isn't just annoyed, he is furious. And he's coming with backup.
Look at this timeline. Jacob gets a 3-day head start before Laban even hears the news. But as soon as he does, it is on. He and his relatives ride hard for 7 straight days to catch him. The final showdown goes down in the mountains of Gilead, miles and miles from where they started.
So, when Laban finally catches up to Jacob, his first accusation is kind of interesting. He plays the victim. He frames it as this huge personal betrayal, saying things like, "Why did you sneak away? You didn't even let me kiss my daughters and my grandkids goodbye." He's trying to make Jacob look like the heartless villain here.
But then he gets to his real problem. The thing he's truly furious about isn't the goodbye kisses. It's the theft of his household idols. Suddenly, this isn't just a family squabble anymore. It's a serious accusation of theft and sacrilege. The stakes just got so much higher.
And this brings us right to the heart of the drama. Laban demands to search Jacob's entire camp. But Jacob, who has no clue what Rachel did, is about to make a really, really bad move.
And there it is. Jacob is so sure of his innocence that he just blurts this out. He basically says, "Go ahead, search, and if you find your gods with anyone here, that person should be put to death." He has absolutely no idea he just put a death sentence on his favorite wife, Rachel.
You can just feel the tension as Laban starts the search. He goes straight into Jacob's tent, turns the whole place upside down looking for his idols, but he comes up with nothing.
Next, he moves on. He searches Leah's tent, then the tents of the 2 maidservants. I mean, this is a thorough search. He's not missing a thing, but still, nothing.
And then there's only one tent left, Rachel's, the one person who actually took the idols. As Laban walks in, everything is on the line. Her life, Jacob's future, it all comes down to this moment.
But Rachel is incredibly quick-witted. She's hidden the idols in the camel's saddle, and she's sitting right on top of them. She tells her dad, "Sorry, I can't stand up for you. It's the custom of women." By using that excuse, she invokes a powerful social taboo that stops him from searching any further. It's a brilliant, gutsy move. And it works. Laban finds absolutely nothing.
The fact that the search failed changes everything. Laban showed up with all this anger and all these accusations, but now he has no proof. He has zero leverage. The power dynamic has just completely flipped over to Jacob.
And Jacob, who has been on the defensive this whole time, finally just explodes. It's like a dam breaking. 20 years of frustration and feeling disrespected all come pouring out. He turns the tables and basically puts Laban on trial right then and there.
He lays out his entire resume. 14 years he served for the 2 daughters, another 6 for the cattle. He talks about working through scorching droughts and freezing nights, about how he personally paid for any animals that were lost. And of course, he brings up the 10 times his wages were changed. It's his powerful defense of his own hard work and integrity. So after all of this is out in the open, they both realize there's no going back to the way things were. The relationship is just too broken. So the only way forward is to make their separation official. They agree to make a covenant, a formal binding treaty to establish peace.
And here's their solution. They create a physical boundary. They pile up a heap of stones, and they make a deal. Laban won't cross it to harm Jacob, and Jacob won't cross it to harm Laban. Jacob also has to promise not to mistreat Laban's daughters. It's a permanent line in the sand, and they call on God to act as the witness to their agreement.
And in the end, that's what they do. They part ways. Laban goes home, and Jacob continues on his journey. They have their truce. They have their border. But it leaves us with this lingering question, doesn't it? A pile of stones can keep 2 people apart, for sure. But can it ever really heal the broken family it was built to divide?